Well, hello, this is Herbert, and you are listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. I got some favorite players. I like Chris Godwin and Chris Olave, and I like Young Hoku, and of course, Justin Hubbard. Well, you're listening to these guys, Jay and Chaz and Adam. They're really funny, and they're going to help you win some money. Oh, they're so good. I would like to take them out for some ice cream someday. All right, y'all. Enjoy the show.
Here we go. Hey, everything on three. Number three. 1 on 1. Oh. 1 on 3. 1, 2, 3. Hey, let's next up from that. Eyes on three. Everything on 3. 1. Everything.
You are now listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. It's your boy, Chaz, and with me, as always, I've got the non-drinker all of a sudden, Jay Coleman.
What's up?
And then back for the attack, we got the no nickname, no nonsense, Adam Van Houten.
All right,
Well,
back again.
I didn't call you the man, the myth, the legend, Jay Coleman, this time.
You're fired.
Well, you're not drinking, so
That's why he's in a contract holdout.
Jay said he was going to hold out on his deal, and I said I will replace him with Cole Beasley because he's not doing anything right now. Shots fired. So not a lot of news to talk about, except how about them Bills in the preseason, y'all?
James Cook looks really good.
Yes, he does.
And I'm very excited to see what he can really do in the regular season. Hopefully they give him a chance.
He'll get his chance.
But I don't think you take him. Well, actually, he was a third-round pick, wasn't he?
He was our second-round pick.
Second-round pick. Either way, second-round running back. He looks good.
He's a reach. Our other two guys are third-round running backs, so
Yeah.
they traded up to get it. You know who looked good? That Josh Allen kid.
Yeah, the Josh Allen guy?
Yeah.
3 for 3.
Gabe Davis looked
45
good.
yards and a touchdown.
Case Keenum looked good, which makes me excited that Ken Dorsey's offense is going to be legit.
Really good.
Just because of that fact that Keenum looked great.
Not only that, but they have so much time at the line of scrimmage now because they get plays in so fucking quick.
Dude, we're going to have to cut a receiver that's good.
And we did cut Tavon Austin, but he's older. He wasn't really.
Like I said, we're going to have to cut a receiver that's good.
I wasn't saying that Tavon Austin was good.
Yeah.
Because he was early in his
No,
career.
but I mean, you've got the two Isaiahs.
We just have so many receivers that are playing so well. And
Dig-
Isaiah Hodgins looks.
That's what I'm saying. Diggs is the man,
incredible.
obviously. Davis is the man, obviously. Then you got both Isaiahs. You got Khalil Shakir. That's already 5.
How many do you think they keep?
There's Jameson. That's
they probably
6.
keep, 6, 7?
Yeah,
and
I think they're going to probably 6.
I don't know.
at least.
There's a scenario where Crowder doesn't make this team.
I mean, that's possible, and that's crazy because he's good as well.
Agreed. But if Isaiah is going to take that role, you're not going to take that away from him, right?
Right? No, I agree. I mean, Isaiah is exciting. Another thing that excited me is because it's something that I called, not as he's going to take over the team, but O.J. Howard made some plays, made a touchdown.
Yeah, he looked pretty good. He looks healthy for once in his
Yeah.
career, which is really good, exciting to see. And you know, I still love Dawson Knox, but
No, yeah, of course. But I just think O.J.
Howard is definitely going to get his looks.
he's going to do.
yeah, for sure.
He's going to do more than people realize.
Unfortunately, that means heartthrob Tommy Sweeney is out of here.
Wait, I thought your hot dog was Dawson Knox.
Well, it is, but have you seen Tommy Sweeney and those luscious locks?
Wasn't he like? Is he still a tight end? Because I swear I saw him on TV with like a 76 number.
Tommy Sweeney. We have 2 Sweeneys, I
Oh,
think.
that's what I said.
The other Sweeney is a lineman.
How about the
I
great
believe.
offensive lineman for the Colts? We never talked about French fries from the week before. Did you guys see
I
those?
forgot about that.
Those 2 French fries on the lineup. Other than that, the Bills crushed.
Speaking of Indy,
Them.
picked up longtime punter Matt Hawk.
Oh, did they? I didn't even realize
Yes,
that.
they did.
Well, there's a reason he needed a job,
Well, yeah, because we cut him.
and he kind of sucked last year.
He wasn't that good.
So
He's not that good.
He's
now.
not a punt god.
no, not many people are. Not many people are.
That's
This-
true.
It's hold God.
It's fine. Hey,
right.
the less he has to punt, the better. I don't want to see him punt all day.
No, me neither. He even said he doesn't want to be punting all the time.
Well, we are here to discuss our picks for the year when it comes to division winners, wild card winners, conference championships, Super Bowl, MVP, Rookie of the Year, a couple of statistical leaders. So we got a lot to discuss today. Is there any other news that you guys want to touch on? Oh, the Deshaun Watson news came out.
11 games.
11 games, which is stupid. What's the point even at that point? For having
They're
him come
already
in?
out of it at that point.
Yeah. So what is the point? They're out of it.
11 games in, there's no way. I can't see them winning more than 5 with Jacoby Brissett.
They're going to be out of it. Yes, he comes back the week they play in Houston. Oh, make your money, NFL. Annoying. Stupid.
I told you that they were going to fuck this up.
You're right. You did. I had more faith.
Listen, I'm happy that it wasn't just 6 games, but it should have been the whole season.
They didn't
We
even-
all know it. They didn't even. I don't know.
They
I don't
didn't
even know what
even-
else to say about
they
it. We
didn't
talk
even-
about it so much. It's just ridiculous.
They
at this
didn't
point.
even double it. They
Right.
didn't even
Couldn't
double
even-
it.
I know. Couldn't even give him 12, right? No.
Because if
you're
it was
right,
two,
though.
they would have missed
You
Houston.
Had to get him back in Houston.
So stupid. And then that's going to be like the game of the week.
But then when they lose in Houston, it's going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe Deshaun Watson came back for that.
That's pretty cool. I hope they do.
I hope they lose too.
But like
I'm
Houston's.
pulling for Houston. Just because, I mean, they're not going to be good. We know that, but fuck it. Who cares? Someone to root for.
We'll have plenty of players because.
Listen, I can't stand the AFC South, so.
Well, I'm in a million best ball drafts all of a sudden on underdog and stuff. So,
Yeah, I've drafted my fair share.
so
I think I'm in a best ball league in every app possible at the moment.
and then the cool thing about that is it's $10 here, $10 there, and at the end of the season you'll be like, where'd this $300 come from?
Right.
That's in my account. Like you don't even realize it's.
Hopefully that's the case. When I open it up and I'm like, oh my God, I came in first.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's you spent $10 July 15th on a draft, and you did it then. And with best ball, you don't have to change your lineup, free agents, anything. And then at the end of the year, you're like, where'd this money come from? So to me, it's a great key. So all right, well, we'll just get right into the meat and the potatoes. But at first, we are going to take our break and check out our awesome sponsors. Awesome. Thank you to those sponsors. And we're going to get right into it because we're going to start in the AFC East because it's pretty much, we're all going to say, who's going to win the AFC East, Jay?
The Bills?
Okay, Adam, who's going to win the AFC East?
Is this a trick question?
I'm just asking.
It's the Buffalo Bills.
And I agree. The Bills. Well, we'll just add this on. What's the record? How many losses are these Buffalo Bills going to have? I'm not going to ask every team, but how many losses are...
Realistically, if you look at the schedule, I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't lose a game.
There's been a few bets for them to go undefeated.
I think realistically we're looking at 15-2 or 14-3. It's the NFL. Anything can happen. I understand that, and it's really hard to not lose at least one game.
Like we did to the Jacks?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I don't think we're
And that
going
was
to
a
go.
rough one.
I don't think we're going to go undefeated.
I don't think we're going to go undefeated either.
I'm thinking like 3 to 4 games we're going to lose.
Three's a good. Three's a
three
good
is a
bet.
good number. 4 is like we probably should have had that one.
Yeah,
it's going to
exactly,
be like
yeah.
a Jacksonville
Yeah.
game in there somewhere
Yeah.
where it's like, oh,
But just, I
how
mean,
did we lose 9-3?
well, just remember, I mean, we quite possibly have the trifecta of the best offense, the best defense, and the best special teams. We know what our offense is. We know what our defense is, and it only got better. And our special teams only got better. We got one of the best kickers. We just got the punt god, and we got McKenzie returning kicks and shit. Like,
Yeah, couldn't agree more.
I mean, we literally might have like the best team, like all around team in the NFL in literally like the last 20 years.
Last year, our defense ranked number 1. Everybody's coming back. Trey's going to be healthy. He might not start off the bat, but when he does come back, it's lights out.
And you're adding Elam.
But now you're adding Elam.
And Von Miller.
And Von Miller on the defense. And Dane Jackson is no slouch.
Mm-hmm.
And the other rookie corner, too.
Yeah, Elam.
No, the sixth round.
Benford.
I know, Benford, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been playing really well in the
Yeah.
preseason. I like to see that.
So, I mean, there's a
So
chance.
The depth is there.
I was reading an article where there has been a lot of like high, betters, not a lot, but like there was like 15 or 16. I think it was like there was 30 bets for a team to go undefeated in the NFL, by these like high gamblers, and like 21 of them were on the Bills. So that's very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I really do think that the Bills can lead the NFL in win-loss record. They're going to be the only team that loses 3 games, if they lose 3 games.
True.
So I think we're all definitely in on the Bills to win the East.
Any last thoughts on the Bills, Jay?
No.
Okay.
We've said it all.
We have said it all, so we'll just move on. And who do I got next in my list? We're going to go to, the much debated. This is going to be the fun one. No, we're going to skip the West because there's probably debating with the West. Let's go to the North because that's going to be a fun one. So you got Ravens,
There's going to be a
Steelers,
debate on this one
Browns,
too, probably.
Bengals. Yep. So my pick is the Ravens. Jay, what about you?
Steelers.
Okay, and Adam.
I went the Bengals.
Okay, interesting.
So we're all different.
We're all different, and that's why it's pretty interesting. I'm not shy in saying that I think the Bengals are going to take a step down, and
even if they take a step down, their step down is still a step above the Ravens.
Here we go, another episode. You just shit over the fucking Bengals.
they're going to take a step down. How do you bet against the Ravens? They're the class of the division.
Easily, you put your money on the Bengals.
Could be a 1 year wonder. The Bengals defense I don't believe in. I believe in the Ravens defense. I believe in the Steelers
I don't
defense.
believe in the Ravens offense. I believe that the Steelers have a great defense as well, but I don't. The only other case that I could have made was the Steelers take it, but I think the Bengals got it all, man. They have a great wide receiver set. They have a good quarterback. He is good. I know you don't think so, but he is good.
I never said he's not good.
I think you said he's not good.
No, I never said that.
Pretty much you said you hate every player on the team.
No,
So
they're going to take a step back. That's it. They're going to. But when these teams are fighting, I don't see the Ravens running away with this division. The Ravens are going to be like 1 game more.
It's definitely going to be a fight in that division.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There's a case made for all 3 teams that we just
Three.
said. So,
What about 4? What about Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland? Oh.
You hear that? Silence.
The sad thing is though everything we say about these other teams, the Browns bring it too. The Browns might have the best defense out of all 4 teams, right? The Browns might have the best running game out of all 4 teams. So, like, if they had Deshaun Watson, they could make some noise. But guess what? They don't because he's a fucking... he likes to get his thing diddled when he gets a massage. So, they don't have it.
Hey, he's going to therapy now, okay?
So
mandated by the NFL, by the way.
Well, tell me about the Steelers. I mean, I think that's a ballsy pick, Jay.
I just wanted to, be a little out there, but... I don't know. They have a good defense. They have a good running game. Their receivers are pretty good. So I think it's all going to come down to Mitch.
Are you still dating Mitch Trubisky? Is that what this is about?
No.
Now, let me ask you a serious question. What is your wife's favorite football team?
The Steelers.
Oh, okay. All right. So we get it.
This is so he gets to sleep in bed tonight.
Hey, Mrs. Coleman, how you doing, girl? All right, we get it. No, like I said, I can see these 3 teams being all like a game apart, even close to having the same record.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's not like I'm not counting out the Steelers like some people are. I actually so at the end of the football season last year, right after the Super Bowl, they did their early bets for your Super Bowl odds. So I put $50 on the Steelers to win the Super Bowl right after the Bengals won because the odds were like 3,000 to 1 or something like that, or 6,000 to 1.
That's a nice little payout.
So, like, if they happen to pull it off, win the Super Bowl, I think my payout is maybe it wasn't 6,000, 600. I think my payout on a $50 bet is 6,000. I think that's what I'm throwing out. So, they're that type of team that could get a veteran quarterback like they did and crush it. They are that type of team.
I agree, and I don't hate Mitch Trubisky. I think he's viable for sure. Kenny Pickett is going to be their guy, whether it's halfway through this season or starting next season, which it should be next season, but that's beyond the point. They have a great defense to back it up, so if they're going to be in trouble, it's going to be on offense, not defense.
I agree. Well, I mean, that's pretty much to say for that whole division, right? I mean, it's going to be a dogfight. Interesting to see if we have any of their teams coming in wildcards. So, but we'll get to that later, and let's go to the South, the AFC South, Adam's favorite division. And I think it's easy. I think it's the Indianapolis Colts.
I agree. I have Indy as well.
So do I.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's easy. Yeah, Tennessee's been the class of that division the last few years, and they're still a good team.
And they have Derrick Henry, which is going to be their focal point of the offense, but they have Tannehill and no wide receivers.
Yeah.
Traylon Burks looks okay, I guess, but is he going to make an immediate impact enough for you to win a division, to go to the playoffs, and win a Super Bowl?
But to be fair,
doubt it.
they've never relied on their receivers too much.
Exactly.
So they've proven they can win games this old school style.
Sure.
But I think Matt Ryan's exactly what the Colts need to take that next step.
Completely
They
agree.
just missed. They were in the playoffs 2 years ago. Just missed it last year. Jonathan Taylor's a beast. Y'all know I got a fantasy crush on Michael Pittman, and now they got Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan is a better passer than Carson Wentz, so I think that Jonathan Taylor's production is going to go down a little bit, but he's still going to be up there in the top 3 running backs.
For sure. What about you? What do you got to say, Jay?
Everything you guys said, they got Matt Ryan, and everything else. And I think Tennessee's kind of fallen off the map.
Losing A.J. Brown really hurts them in the stock.
I know it does, but I don't really think it's as big of a deal, just for the simple fact that they didn't really use him like an alpha dog because they ran so much. So,
I agree, and they should have used him more. And they used him more when Derrick Henry went down.
Yeah.
But it was a little too late.
I just mean,
even though they won the division last year,
yeah,
they had the first round bye. Actually, yeah, they won.
They won the first round bye.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, forgot about that.
You got to remember, and all they did is lose A.J. Brown, who they didn't rely on to carry their offense. It's A.J. Brown's not Justin Jefferson or Cooper Kupp. You know what I mean?
He's not.
It's like it hurts them, but not.
I definitely think they take a step down.
Okay.
And
Well,
I think Indy
I do too.
Indy put the right tools in place to win the division.
Yeah. And you know what? That means the Titans are probably going to win. We're going to look silly because nobody
Probably.
bought them last year either, and they fucking crushed it. Remember 2 years ago when 3 years ago when nobody bought them, and they crushed Tom Brady and the Patriots in the playoffs? Right? That's what they tend to do.
That was awesome, by the way.
Yeah, I remember that. Derrick Henry, I think, had an 82-yard run
believe
or
he
something, towards the end of the game.
Incredible.
Awesome. Okay, well, moving on. Jay, why don't we start with you? Because this is going to be the fun one. Jay, who was winning the AFC West?
The Chargers.
Okay, we knew that with your fantasy crushes. Adam, who's winning the AFC West?
I don't care if they don't have Tyreek Hill. I said the Chiefs.
And we're 0 for 3 here because I'm going with the Raiders winning the AFC West.
Honestly, I could see any one of these 3 teams winning the division. Actually, throw Denver in there too, but I don't think their defense is as good as it used to be.
Or as good as any of those
Or
other 3.
either of the other 3 teams in general. So I went with the Chiefs because we all know what they can do. I don't care if they don't have Tyreek Hill. Sky Moore looks great. MVS still can ball. He showed it in Green Bay. I don't care about Mecole Hardman, but it doesn't matter. But it's the Chiefs. It's Patrick Mahomes. They're still daddy in the division.
It's fair. Jay, tell me why Herbie's going to dethrone the boy king Patrick Mahomes.
I think this is just going to be a big year for the Chargers, and I don't know. I think losing Tyreek Hill is going to be big for the Chiefs. So I gotta go with the Chargers.
Yeah, I think that losing Hill's a bigger deal than people realize.
I think it's not as big of a deal as people think.
No, because it totally changes the offense. For that, remember the month span when it looked like the Chiefs were done and they were terrible? That's one of the games the Bills beat them on Sunday night.
Week 5.
What happened during that 4 weeks? Tyreek Hill was taken out of the game plan. They figured out how to take away Tyreek Hill, and what happened? The team shut down.
Yes, they did, but they also they had Tyreek Hill. So teams game planned for that. Now they don't have Tyreek Hill, so they
now,
have to learn to be productive without him.
The team has to learn a new identity.
Which is, their identity is Travis Kelce now.
And
Sky Moore looks good.
But I think it's easier to take away Kelce than Hill.
I could definitely...
Because here's the thing. If this is... And we've learned this as Bills fans. If Hill gets going and is carving you up... You're done. You could literally go against team versus team. Travis Kelce could have 13 receptions for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns, and the Chiefs scored 17 points. You know what I mean? Where when Hill gets going, what did he have? 200 yards and 2 touchdowns in one half last year in the one game?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you're right. So you're not wrong. Everything you're saying is not wrong.
A big game with Kelce doesn't necessarily mean a big game for the Chiefs.
You're right.
That's why I think it's a bigger deal than people realize.
But nobody has proven that they can take the division away from them yet. So that's why they remain on top for me.
Sure.
I can absolutely see the Chargers taking over, and what they did on defense is just unreal. Trading for Khalil Mack, signing J.C. Jackson, already have Bosa. Incredible. And Justin Herbert is just a baller.
Now, the Raiders...
please tell us why the Raiders are going to win this division.
Well, the Raiders have consistently beat the Chiefs at least once a year, every year.
That's true. They do split.
Okay? So there's that.
That division is always a split, and minus Denver because they had Drew Lock.
And the Raiders also have one of the best pass rushing tandems in the NFL now, with Crosby, I think, led the league in sacks or was second last year, and now they brought in Chandler Jones. So they've got that going for them. They've also got, Devontae Adams now to pair with Hunter Renfrow and Darren Waller with Derek Carr. I would argue that that offense is maybe even equal. It's better than the Chiefs' offense. And
on paper, yes.
I would put it maybe equal to the Chargers' offense just for the fact of Waller. Chargers don't have somebody like Waller. So basically, both teams have
Travis Kelce.
The Chargers. I said.
Oh, sorry.
So basically,
true.
both of those teams have two awesome receivers.
My bad. I wasn't paying attention because
And
you
then
just talk so much.
the Raiders have the tight end. So
this is going to be, I think, another good 3-team fight because arguably all three teams have good offenses, all three teams have good defenses. So,
and mind you,
spoiler alert: I have the Raiders and the Chargers in my wild card, so that's going to be that division.
And then, mind you, the Raiders also, the last point on the Raiders before we move on, the Raiders made the playoffs last year while their number one receiver killed a person and got arrested. Their head coach got fired, and they were rallying behind a special teams coordinator as an interim head coach.
You're not wrong about the Raiders. I can definitely see them winning as well. On paper, they have a better offense than the Chiefs as well. But you can't sit there and tell me that Derek Carr is better than Mahomes.
I never said that, no.
I'm asking.
No.
Okay.
No, he's not. But I think he's the best leader of the whole division.
I can get behind that.
And he proved he led that team to the playoff berth last year under an interim head coach. And now, you don't look at the Raiders and think, you look at the Raiders, at least I look at the Raiders and know, that's Derek Carr's team. That is his team. They rally around him. They got his back. And now you bring in offensive, I guess, former offensive genius, Josh McDaniels. He didn't forget all his shit. He actually got fucking Mac Jones to the Pro Bowl last year.
That's
so McDaniels has still got it. So it's interesting. I'm really excited to see this division this year. None of us are talking about the Broncos at all.
Well,
who are the Broncos?
You can't talk about the Broncos when you have the Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Raiders. That's all there is to it.
Who's the team out of those three that could be the disappointment?
The Raiders.
The Chiefs.
I think I would say the Chiefs, but I'm not expecting the Chiefs to do so well. So I guess by proxy, that's the Chargers, but I still think they're going to do good. But I could see the Chargers getting injuries and failing. Allen gets hurt, Williams gets hurt, and then what?
I guess you can make a case for either or, the Raiders or the Chargers, because of what they did in the offseason. Raiders bolstered their offense immensely. Chargers bolstered their defense immensely. So really a disappointing season for them is just getting torched by receivers and allowing running backs to go crazy. And on offense for the Raiders, it's not getting Devontae Adams involved, not getting Josh Jacobs going, not getting Darren Waller involved, and Derek Carr just sucking. That's a disappointment for me.
True.
On either one of those teams. So.
And I think
the Chiefs are just the Chiefs.
Well, the Chiefs have the most to gain because I think people are counting them out.
I agree. I think they are. Like I said, it's just they're on top of the division right now, and it's up to the other three teams to try and knock them off.
Yeah, honestly, I think both teams, if they don't beat the Chiefs, it's a failure to them because they both are going all in on the plan to beat the Chiefs. So,
well, it's interesting. So we've done our 4 AFC. We've done our 4 AFC champions. For me, that was the Bills, the Raiders, the Ravens, and from my writing on the list, the Cots. All right, so that would be the Colts. Jay, who are your 4 division winners?
Bills, Steelers, Colts, Chargers.
And Adam?
Mine are the Bills, the Colts, the Bengals, and the Chiefs.
Okay, now here are my 3 wild card teams. The Chargers, the Titans, and the Chiefs. And I think those are the 3 wild cards. What about you, Jay?
I got Raiders, Bengals, Chiefs.
Okay.
I have the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Steelers
Okay, Steelers.
in my wild card.
So my big team admitted from the playoffs is the Bengals. And
Not shocking.
you guys both have the Bengals, right?
I have them winning the division.
And then you have them
and he has them in the wild card.
And do you have the Chiefs making the playoffs, Jay?
Yeah, in
He's
the wild card.
So okay.
I
So
have Steelers in the wild card, and
are you and no one? Neither of you guys are omitting one of the big teams. Then okay.
yeah, I don't think so.
Well, the Titans, right?
The
You don't.
Titans probably are the shocker.
Yeah, the
here.
Titans. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Titans. They won they won the conference last year. Oh well, going into the
I guess
they were the number 1 seed.
I
That's
guess
the
it's
word I'm
going to
looking
be
for.
a fight for the 7th spot then for the Titans, the Steelers. I mean, Ravens probably are going to be in there for my list anyway.
Sure.
But I guess any one of us can take our list and go, oh yeah, these
Sure.
teams are probably going to be in a fight.
Right. All right, so we'll hold off on all those other picks now. We'll get to the NFC side. So let's start with the reigning, defending Super Bowl and NFC West champions of the Los Angeles Rams, who I am picking to win the NFC West as well.
So am I.
All right, Adam, what about you? Who's your NFC West team?
The NFC West, I have the 49ers,
It's not a bad pick.
and they just win the division
Every other year.
every other year.
Yeah.
And I don't think did they win? Who won the? Who the hell won the? Oh, the Rams. Oh my God, I forgot the Rams. They're not even on my list.
That's what?
Wow, I'm gonna change that. Don't worry.
But you're still picking the
But I'm
Niners?
still picking the Niners on this one. I hate to even fucking say it, but Trey Lance, man, he's the difference maker in the entire NFC this year. He's gonna be the guy that you're gonna see go off, and it's just gonna be holy shit! Look at this kid go. And that's what I have to say about that.
Well, I'm just going to leave that there because it looks like Jay's stewing over here.
I hate to admit it. I really do hate to say it, but I'm also a fan of football, and I just see it. I see it. I really do. I'm not saying the Rams are going to be bad either, but I think the Niners have a better defense.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't like Jalen Ramsey. I think he's overrated.
Okay, but what about Aaron Donald?
Okay?
And then
He's one guy
no, but
out of 11 guys.
they don't have Von Miller, but who did they purchase? They just brought in another big guy too. I'm drawing a blank. Another big defensive guy. We'll look it up anyway. But Jalen Ramsey's arguably a top 3 corner in the NFL. There's no argument that Aaron Donald is the best lineman in the NFL.
That's a fair point.
So there's no arguing those.
Okay, but so where do you rank Nick Bosa?
As pass rusher? As lineman, maybe top 10. As pass rusher specialist, maybe top 6.
I don't know, maybe I'm remembering it wrong, but I don't remember the 49ers just ever giving up a ton of points.
No, they always do good. They always do
They
good.
always have a good defense. So,
Oh, Bobby Wagner. That's who
there you go.
That's who it was. Who's probably the best middle linebacker in football for the
fair.
last decade. So they always bring in.
I'm not saying the Rams don't have a good defense, because they do. I'm just not sold on the Jalen Ramsey hype. He gets beat.
True.
Diggs exposes him every time.
Because you're just mad because he called Josh Allen trash.
Then he got burned by it.
Jay, tell me why the Rams are going to do it again, because that's a tough division. I mean, you got to go through Drew Lock.
No one can unseat him, I don't think. So, I mean, Stafford was great. I think the team is just solid. You got Kupp. So, I mean,
we didn't even mention Kupp. Yeah.
So, I mean,
Akers coming back healthy.
this motherfucker next to me picking Trey Lance.
Well, what are you going to do? All right, well, we'll move on from them, and let's go to the NFC South. And for me, it's a no-brainer. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
No brainer.
Agreed.
Okay. The only other quite option could be the Saints, because the Saints always beat the Buccaneers lately.
They do. They have their number, and they have, even since Tom Brady got there, too.
Yeah.
And just somehow the Saints always come up against the Bucs. But it's Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You don't bet against Tom Brady.
And he was
I don't
just-
care what team he's on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
It's
just
he should have been the MVP. We've been saying
Yeah.
it since day one of the podcast. It's just it's That's literally all you say is they got Tom Brady and Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and
Julio Jones
now.
Russell Gage
is there.
Leonard Fournette.
Fournette is still their running back, and he already shredded the weight that he gained, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's in running back form.
Top 5 defense in the NFL.
For sure.
Ridiculous
Jack Barrett is a
team.
monster.
Ridiculous team.
Well,
Unfair.
Yeah.
Unfair of a team.
Sure.
Unfair.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna win the division, and that's really all you can say.
We'll see if anyone picks them to go further. But let's move in to the NFC North. And I think crybaby Aaron Rodgers gets unseated, and it's going to be the Minnesota Vikings winning the division this year.
Agreed.
Oh.
I said Green Bay to win the division.
Okay. All right.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. But who's got the better team?
Overall now?
Yeah.
Definitely the Vikings.
Okay. So, that's
But
what I'm going with.
they also have I'm not saying Kirk Cousins is bad because he's not.
Easy. You're about to get backhanded over here.
I didn't say he was bad. He's a good quarterback. He's proven it. He has great years. His stats show it. They lose games that they shouldn't lose. And that's their problem at the moment. In the moment,
and the Packers don't?
Yeah, they do, but they beat well, they don't beat the 49ers in the playoffs, but
didn't they lose week 1 by like 40 points?
The Packers have won the division. Sure. I don't even know how many times in a row.
It's time to get unseated though. So they've got the advantage of Darren Rodgers. The fuck, Aaron Rodgers.
He's high,
so high right now over Kirk Cousins. But at least talking about offense, the Vikings have an advantage of everything else. The better running back, the better receivers, the better coach. I think Kevin O'Connell coming just off of the whole Rams situation with Matt Stafford, first year in the system, wins the Super Bowl.
I'm definitely excited to see what he could do in Minnesota. And they have, like you said, the new head coach. It's just a different scheme now.
I'm going to give you 3 words.
And it's going to be a pass-heavy offense.
And here's the words. One word. We're going to confine them into one word, and that word is Thielen, Jefferson, Cook. That's the one word we're talking about. Okay? And I will take that over Lazard and Aaron Jones and Romeo Dobbs.
I agree. I'm not saying that Aaron Rodgers' receiving core is any good anymore without Devontae Adams.
I'm not saying
but it's Aaron Rodgers.
I'm not saying Rodgers is done, but it's his first year without Devontae Adams in like 8 years, and he's got to rely heavily on rookies, and he's a baby, and he doesn't do that.
And he's already throwing his fucking team under the bus, and it's only preseason.
Yeah, so that's where I go. All right, well, we'll see if where the Packers end up, if they're on our wild cards or not. So we still have to talk about, this is the fun one, the NFC East. Jay, who's winning the NFC East?
The Cowboys.
The Cowboys. Adam.
I have the Cowboys as well.
And I have the Eagles.
I debated on the two, but I just think Dallas had the number 1 scoring defense in the league last year, I think.
Number scoring offense. They were the number 1 offense in the
I'm
NFL.
pretty sure their defense scored a lot of points. They had a lot of picks.
Oh, if you're talking about that, yeah, maybe
I'm just saying in general, as an overall team, I think.
Number 1 scoring defense really actually means the other way. They don't let in a lot of points. That's why you confused me there.
Oh, I meant they score a lot on defense as well.
But they had the number 1 scoring offense, and I get it. They also lost Amari Cooper, which is an addition by subtraction.
Yeah, who cares?
But I'm in on the Eagles this year. I just think they're going to be explosive.
I am not in on the Eagles. I just think that the Cowboys have it all together. They have better running backs. You probably can't argue with better receivers. Maybe AJ. Okay, you got AJ Brown in the Eagles, and you got CeeDee Lamb.
And Devontae Adams, or not Devontae Adams, Devontae Smith. Those two are better.
Devontae Smith is very good, but he also wasn't used very much. But at least the way he should be.
I will say this: if you're comparing number 1s, AJ Brown's better. If you're comparing number 2s,
then CeeDee Lamb.
Yes.
Why?
I think so.
Because he's bigger.
Because he's bigger, faster, more athletic.
I don't think A.J. Brown is faster than CeeDee Lamb.
And he's leaving a team that just ran the ball and now has a chance to show off.
But he went to a team that runs the ball more.
They passed the ball more than you think last year. So the problem is Jalen Hurts, right? We have to see what he could do. But if you're comparing, you're telling me you have your pick to come to the Bills, you're going to take CeeDee Lamb over A.J. Brown? That's insanity to me. I can't even imagine
you can't bring the Bills
No,
into
I'm
it.
just saying you have your chance to get one of these guys. No, our argument right now is who's better, CeeDee Lamb or A.J. Brown. Who would you take on the Bills?
Well, you can't compare that because Dallas has a better QB. So I mean, like,
But I'm
Who's
just
gonna-
I'm taking QB aside. We're just talking about the actual receiver of who's better, and I think it's AJ Brown. So I just think, and I got a man crush.
I
on
think
him.
they're kind of even.
I agree. I think they're more even.
They're not
than-
far apart.
I think they're more even than
Yeah.
one better than the other.
They're-
I
they're-
mean,
they're not
honestly,
far
I would
apart.
take either or on the Bills. If that's what we're talking about. But as far as the division goes, it's the Cowboys.
Well, I still think I'm going to go with the Eagles, and I'm fine with that because I just think they're going to overcome the hump. They got better. They were good last year. They got better.
They definitely got better.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think
I have them in a wild card, so
I think they're going to be. Stop revealing your wild cards.
I have to. We're
No,
talking about.
We're
them.
going to get there.
We're gonna get there.
Is that now?
I don't know.
That's now. We're going to get there
Yeah,
now.
we're now.
Adam, well, since you're going to give up the fucking the drama, who's your wild card
My
guys?
wild cards. I got the Vikings, the Eagles, and the Rams.
So Viking, Eagles, and Rams. So okay,
They're making the playoffs.
All right. What about you, Jay? Who you got?
Cardinals, 49ers, Packers.
All right, he picked the Cardinals. That's it for this episode of the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. We're looking for a new co-host. The Cardinals.
I don't know.
The Cardinals.
I wasn't even thinking about the Cardinals.
Who was it again? Who did you have? I'm sorry.
Cardinals, 49ers, Packers.
Cardinals, 49ers, pick. Cardinals. So not even the Eagles. Okay.
Hey, we got this is entertainment.
Okay. All right. And I went with the Packers, the Niners, and the Cowboys. So pretty chalk on that for the NFC. I don't think the NFC is. I'll tell you this much. The NFC is weak as fuck. If you're talking about the Packers being a Super Bowl contender, the NFC is weak as fuck because if
I
you
agree.
put the Titans, if you put the Colts in the NFC, they're winning the NFC. Like that's how shitty I think like the NFC is.
I definitely think the AFC has gotten a lot better this year.
The Titans would win the NFC.
Sure.
The Colts would win the NFC. Honestly, like I
Sure.
feel that way.
I don't see why that's out of the realm.
Right?
of, you
So
know,
that's how I think the NFC is weak. So I think we're tipping our
it's
hand.
definitely a lot weaker than the AFC.
I think we're tipping our hand into who's going to be the Super Bowl winners. It's probably going to be an AFC team. But, well, Jay, why don't we start with you? Who is the AFC championship matchup? Who is going to be? I know we don't have the correct seedings and everything like that, but just, out of all your teams,
Bills, Chargers.
you're going Bills Chargers. That would be a fun match.
I went Bills Chiefs.
And I went Bills Raiders.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that is.
But we kind of saw it coming.
yeah.
That's just the way it is.
I would rather see Bills, Raiders, or Bills, Chargers over Bills, Chiefs.
No, I want to see Bills
I
Chiefs
wanna
because we
see
got to beat
Bills-
them.
Yeah, I
wanna-
want to see the Bills Chiefs at some point in the playoffs.
Yeah, we need to
Just
beat them. We need to overcome.
But that's just also being a Bills fan going, fuck, we lose to them in the playoffs.
But we need to treat him like we treat Mac Jones in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, we bitch slap them around.
Okay, well, obviously we're going Bills versus NFC or AFC West. Who's coming out on top, Adam? Buffalo. Jay?
Bills.
And me, I'm picking the Bills, obviously. All right. So, who, Adam, is your NFC championship game?
I have the Bucks 49ers.
Bucks Niners. Okay. What about you, Jay?
Bucks, Rams.
And I got the Bucks and Eagles.
Wow.
So-
If you're giving the Eagles that much credit
Yeah,
to put them in the
I do.
NFC
Yeah.
championship,
But guess what? They're not going to win because the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl.
I went Bucks as well.
I took the Bucks.
Okay. So, Bucks,
so we're
Bills,
all
Super Bowl.
in agreement on a Bills Bucks Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, that's been my pick for the last 3 years, to be
That's
honest. But how can it not be? It's my opinion. It is the best offense and the best defense in the NFL against the third best offense and third best defense in the NFL, all rolled into one. It's just they're the two best teams in the league. All right, well, here's the big one. Who's winning the Super Bowl? They're breaking it. It's the Bills taking out Tom Brady, winning their first Super Bowl.
That's what I got.
Me as well.
Okay, so I know it's a storybook ending, but you know what? NFL likes that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, this would be the perfect playoffs because if we beat fucking Mahomes, who's been kicking our ass in the playoffs, and then we finally beat Tom Brady, we finally put our name up there.
And you call us homers or whatever, but these are educated, actual picks. It's not absurd, and these are a lot of people's favorites. The Bills are the favorite to win the Super Bowl, and I'm sure the Bucks are right. I think the Bucks are third favorite.
Yeah, I think you're right on
betting
that.
odds. So, like, I think
they're actually tied with the second place team.
Yeah, I think it's the Rams and the Bill. I think it's
Bucks.
Bills, Rams, and Bucks. So, checking in with a member of our Fantasy Football Bros podcast league, he wanted to text me over his pick. His pick to be the Super Bowl is the Niners versus Bills. So he's right there, and he didn't say, but I'm just gonna say Bills is winning the Super Bowl for him.
I don't care who the Bills play; they're going to beat them.
So that's interesting
In the
too.
Super
Niners,
Bowl.
Bills.
So,
You know,
I mean, I would love to see it.
Trey Lance versus Josh
The
Allen.
Niners are
Wow.
always so close. They beat the Packers every year, and then they can't get over that hump that they need. Maybe Trey Lance is the answer. God,
good
Chaz
thinking.
hopes
Good
that he's the answer.
thinking. Okay,
We'll
well,
see.
well, here's one we didn't think about. Who is the Bills win the Super Bowl? Who's going to be the Super Bowl MVP? I mean, Josh Allen's the easy answer, but like, I'm going to go with playoff Gabe. Playoff Gabe.
I was gonna go with Diggs.
Okay.
If we're not talking Josh Allen,
Actually, you know what? Changing mine. Von Miller. He always shows up in the
he
Super
could
Bowl.
be a difference maker for sure. I mean, but we have such a good defensive
so
line
great.
this year.
Oh, I'm so
my
excited.
God.
I'm so
There's too many players that could be the MVP
Right.
on this fucking team. So
Well, okay, let's get into some other picks now. I mean, we're doing good time wise here. Let's talk about who is going to be the rookie of the year in the NFL. So you can go offense or defense, but I'm pretty sure we're all going offense here.
Probably gonna be offense.
And this is tough for me, I thought, because there's no like runaway quarterback.
No, I'm not going with. I didn't go with the quarterback either. I
Right.
agree with you. There's no runaway that I'm looking at going. Yeah, this guy is gonna
Well,
start.
drop it on me. Who you got?
My rookie of the year is a toss-up between Sky Moore and James Cook.
Okay.
And the reason why I put James Cook on there is because if we use him how we should use him, he could be an absolute difference maker on offense.
I went with James Cook.
Catching the ball out of the backfield, running the ball, he's so smooth with it. I just see it happening. But it's up to the Bills to play him more and more.
Mm-hmm.
With Devin Singletary and Zach Moss playing well in the preseason, which kind of hinders his stock, but
He's a different position. He's just
I just don't think that Zach Moss has what it takes to beat out James Cook. Maybe in the beginning, but James Cook is ultimately going to take over. And we all think that. I believe.
I just think a rookie on the best offense in the NFL who they traded up, only a few picks, but they traded up and got.
I totally agree.
I'm just excited. Jay, where did you go? Because you're a James Cook stan. I wonder if you went there.
I picked one from each just because, like, I'm not that confident with the offense for rookies, but I'm taking Cook. If I was picking an offensive player, if I'm picking a defensive player, it's Hutchinson.
Oh, Aiden Hutchinson. That's a good pick because he's the right answer, and he's going to be sacking Aaron Rodgers a whole bunch. So,
At least twice a year.
yeah. That's a good pick, too. I didn't even really think of defense just because, like, offense is more exciting.
Yeah. And normally, yeah, it is. But like you were saying, like there's no runaway QB. And so then it's like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm just going to pick
Yeah.
one from each.
Fair enough. What about Defensive Player of the Year? For me, it's easy. It's the guy that's won it like the past 14 years, and it's going to be Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald. I went with TJ Watt.
That was my second pick. Yeah, he's
I took TJ Watt.
okay. That's I mean
He's just an animal.
probably lead the
guy's
league in
a
sacks.
Freaking monster.
he's probably going to lead the league in sacks. It's just that Aaron Donald does more, than just sacks. So like that's why he's a run stuffer. He's a pressure guy. He's a sack guy. So he just does a little more. So look at that. And there was no Bills in that one.
I'm surprised you didn't take Von Miller.
Not in the defense.
Not anymore. He was before.
He was the defensive player of the year.
Now, here's the next rule. If we all pick a quarterback from the Buffalo Bills as the NFL MVP, you have to give me a second place one. Because he's the odds-on favorite, and we're all Bills fans. So, yes, I think Josh Allen's going to win the MVP. But it's obvious why. He's the best player in football. He's the most exciting. He's the most well-rounded passer and rusher. But I told you, my second pick is the guy that's going to carry his team, and he's a former MVP winner. Second place is Lamar Jackson. That's for me. So what do you got, Adam?
I went Josh Allen. We all know why. I didn't really think about a second place guy, but I have an offensive player of the year that could probably
Sure, that could kind of be your second.
be the same.
Sure.
And it really all just depends on if he stays healthy and he's used the way that he has always been used, and that's Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, okay.
I believe he was MVP his rookie year, or
no.
at least, or the second year.
I don't think he was.
Was he ever an MVP
no,
or
I
an
don't
offensive
think he
player of
was,
the year?
'cause-
I thought he was. I have to look it up.
No, because
Don't quote me on
his
it.
second year would have been Mahomes. So
Oh, that's true.
yeah, so because he was.
But
drafted,
either way.
he was drafted the same year.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who catches 80 balls a year and can rush for 1,500 yards if he's used correctly, which with Baker Mayfield, very possible. But it also depends on if he stays healthy or not. So
And for Jay, he's going to pick Josh Allen and Justin Herbert.
Yep.
In that order, though,
Yeah.
it's just Josh is winning.
Yeah. There's
But-
no doubt about it.
you could definitely make a case for it. Sure. There's no doubt.
There's no doubt about it until somehow fucking Aaron Rodgers wins again.
Very
With-
true.
What, 10 less touchdowns than Brady threw?
Yeah, very, very true. Well, here's interesting too. Justin Herbert, I know for a while was actually the favorite to win the MVP, but I think Josh went back. So it was Josh, then it was Justin. I think it's Josh again.
I agree. I think you're right.
That
That sounds right.
So, but I don't know. I think Herbert's going to do great. I just think Josh does more. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah, for sure.
when you look at the Bills, like that this team is carried by Josh Allen. We're like Herbert, it does great, but he doesn't. It just seems like he doesn't have the same impact that Josh Allen has. That's all. Like on the team, like Josh Allen is the heartbeat of the Buffalo Bills. So like, I don't know. It just seems like he's more of a candidate to be MVP.
Yeah, I can see that.
And our boy Joe, that's in our league over here, his pick to win the Super Bowl or the MVP was Patrick Mahomes. Which, you know what? If he does great with this whole new cast of characters, he's going to deserve it, right? If he comes back to like form and is crushing it with all these new receivers,
Yeah, I agree. Unfortunately, I think it's the MVP and the Offensive Player of the Year. It always goes to a quarterback, and I think it's whatever. There's a lot of great players in the NFL, and I think because it's a pass-heavy league, you just always look at a quarterback.
I agree. Well, we've been talking about positivity. What about some negativity? Who is going to have the first overall pick in next year's draft? Mine, for me, it's easy. It comes down to who's the worst team in the NFL. I don't care about if they don't have their first round pick, whatever. I'm not looking into that. But, like, for me, the worst team in the NFL is the Seattle Seahawks.
Agreed.
I went with the Atlanta Falcons,
Okay.
and based on their defense is bad.
Okay. So is
Really
the Seahawks.
bad.
So is Seahawks.
The Seahawks defense is bad,
And they
as
got
well,
Drew
but-
Lock.
but they also have two quarterbacks that who knows. But I mean, none of us were sold on Mariota either.
I think I'm sold on Mariota
I
and
think
Drew Lock.
I'd rather have Mariota than Locke, but I just can't get past how bad that defense is.
Very true. Okay. I mean, that's fair. That was.
I think they have the worst defense in the league. Worse than Seattle.
it's tough.
But I mean,
don't forget,
you
there's.
can make a case for
Actually,
Seattle all day
here's
long,
a question.
and I don't disagree with
I want
you.
your honest answer, right? Don't be looking at your iPad. Name me one defensive player on the Houston Texans.
Oh, yeah. I know I can't remember the kid's name, but they drafted that rookie corner.
Yeah. So
I don't remember it.
But that's
I don't even
the
know.
state of. You know what I mean?
You're right, I agree.
That the Texans are very horrible. We're sleeping on them,
Yeah.
a little bit because they're really horrible too.
They're bad. Very bad.
So, okay, so I threw in a couple things in there at the end because I figured we'd blow through this fast, and we did. So here's an interesting topic I want to discuss. Who is going to lead the NFL in receptions? Last year it was easily Cooper Kupp. But who's going to lead the NFL in receptions? And I'm going to start. I don't think it's going to be a repeat. I think it's going to be a repeat from the year before, and it's going to be Stephon Diggs.
I said Diggs as well. I'm right there with you. And it's Josh Allen is just a monster. He's going to spread the ball around with the guys that he has on offense. But I think Diggs is still a huge part of the offense.
Yeah.
Fucking homers. I didn't want to pick a
You
Bills
can't
player
pick Justin
again.
Herbert. He's not going to get those
I can
catches.
do whatever the fuck I want. This is my show too.
That's true.
I didn't want to pick another Bills player, so I went with Devontae Adams,
That's interesting.
who was pretty close to Cup last year.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't know if he's going to see that volume, but
but you could say the same thing about Diggs.
But Diggs has done it before with this quarterback. It's a different.
Yeah,
You know,
but-
that's the only thing that would scare me off of him is of picking him for that, leading the league in receptions. But no, I get it. It's not a bad pick at all. It's not a bad pick at all.
Yeah, I mean, you can make the case for him for sure. It's one of the best in the league. You could have said Justin Jefferson here. I mean,
You could have said somebody like Keenan Allen.
yeah, maybe.
He's always up close to that, but he's not at that level of those guys.
No,
You could
he
have
always
said
misses a few games.
Yeah.
That kind of hurt his totals for the end of the year.
could have said someone
but
like CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb might. I don't see it, but I definitely see
No.
Diggs. Definitely see Adams.
Good picks all around. Well, how about this one, guys? Who's going to lead the NFL in passing touchdowns? So let's start with you, Adam. Who's going to have the touchdown passing, not combined?
Old Tommy boy.
Tommy's going to do it
Tom
again.
Brady is going to do it again. He's going to lead the league in passing touchdowns.
I think he's going to be overtaken by Justin Herbert this year, passing touchdown leader.
I could see it.
That's
I could definitely see
What
it.
do you got, Jay?
Justin Herbert.
Yes.
Okay, so that's.
God, you're so predictable.
But I mean, he was close last year. He's going
He
to.
was super close.
He
Yeah.
had what, 38, probably, or
Yeah,
39 or something like
38.
that.
So
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah.
That's 5 less than Brady had.
yeah. So
That's
easy.
pretty good company.
So not crybaby Aaron Rodgers.
No,
No, he's still going to win the MVP, though.
That's true. With 16 touchdowns and 1 interception, the NFL MVP is Aaron Rodgers.
I probably would quit football. forever.
You're going to have a meltdown if it's Aaron Rodgers again.
It depends. If he does great, great. Last year, it was just a Josh Allen year was egregious. But I actually, honestly, I'm not just a Bills fan. I think last year was even more egregious. He had nothing above Tom Brady, and he still won it. So it's just so stupid that he wins it because he's the face of the NFL. Because Tom Brady won't be. You know what I mean? Tom Brady won't be in the State Farm commercials. He won't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just not who he is. He's never been like that. I almost shocked when I saw him in a crypto commercial. And he was in that Subway commercial, too. So, all right. Well, here's a fun one. This is an interesting one. I'm ready to get your guys' takes on this. Who, Jay, is going to lead the NFL in rushing yardage?
JT.
That's an easy pick. Adam, what do you got?
I'm going Derrick Henry if he stays healthy.
I'm with Derrick Henry, too. I mean, he's just...
Losing A.J. Brown is still just a huge hit for them, and they are... Derrick Henry had like 900 yards in 8 games last year.
Yeah, ridiculous. He's just...
If he didn't get hurt, that's like 2,200 yards. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
And they're just going to lean on him heavy, and they're just going to pound it as they normally do. We're talking like 25 to 30.
They're going to run him
rushes.
into the ground.
Absolutely.
I mean, he's only got a couple years left.
if they keep doing that, for sure.
He's
a 300 plus rush guy every year. It's
every year.
crazy.
Well, Jay, what about JT? Why are we going JT? I mean, it's pretty
I
obvious.
mean, last year he was the guy, and he had like 400 more yards rushing than number 2. So
But that's also because Henry missed so many games.
yeah, I know,
So-
but still, I mean, you're count. So that means like, I mean, if
I'm not counting
if JT can
JT
put up
out.
another 1,800, that means
Derrick Henry put up 20.
yeah.
So you don't
Henry's
think-
got to put up that
So you don't
coming
think,
off an injury.
You don't think that Matt Ryan coming there is going to not spell the end for Jonathan Taylor, but put an end to his complete dominance of rushing where they're going to throw him a little more?
No, because I think it's also gonna probably open it up for him too, because like teams last year were like, oh yeah, they're probably gonna run, where now they can run or they can pass a little bit more. So I think it's just gonna open up the whole offense.
Okay, here's another one I didn't give you guys time to think about, so I'll start this one while you guys think about it. Who is going to be the comeback player of the year in the NFL?
Christian McCaffrey.
You're going with Christian?
Yeah, I mean, that was easy.
Why don't you get closer to the mic there, buddy?
Christian
Okay.
McCaffrey.
Okay, that's enough.
Is this
Back up,
okay?
Back up.
Am I
back
too
up.
loud now? Do you want me to whisper?
So you obviously know comeback player of the year's injury, or just kind of was stinky for a while and just came back. You know.
I mean, I really do think the only answer here is Christian McCaffrey. As long as he stays healthy and can put up the numbers that he put up when he was not injured, it's Christian McCaffrey.
Very, very easy, but
He's the offense.
I'm gonna go with Saquon Barkley because it's the same argument.
You're right. It could
Yeah,
be.
same exact
He had a
argument.
great rookie year.
Yeah.
And then injuries killed him.
If he's healthy, he's that offense.
and
Same
I do
thing.
like with Dable there that the Giants' offense has definitely gotten a lot better.
What do you got, Jay? Who are you thinking?
I'm surprised you didn't pick Derrick Henry.
I mean, he could be too. That's
I think I think the top three are going to be Henry, McCaffrey, and Barkley. So I mean,
is there someone we're skipping? So is there a quarterback coming off of an injury? I don't think so.
Not that I know of. I don't. I'm trying to think, but I don't think they're.
No, not really.
I don't think so.
Because it's always a quarterback.
Yeah.
But you don't forget, it could be somebody like Jameis Winston.
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like it could be something
maybe.
like that.
I mean, he would have to put up some numbers to be a comeback
just meaning
player of
like
the year.
it doesn't have to be an
But
injury.
I guess it doesn't have to be.
It could be Matt Ryan.
It doesn't have to be an outstanding year either, though. It's
But it
just
could-
a guy who.
What about Matt Ryan?
Yeah,
You know,
he could.
Could
Yeah,
be
he's
Matt,
up there.
It could be like a Matt Ryan.
Maybe.
New team kind of counted out, right? Those are
True.
like all. I'm going to stick with Quan because honestly, I think Quan's going to have a killer year. So
I don't disagree. I think he is too. I think Christian McCaffrey's going to have a great year too. But again, every guy that we're talking about here is just, can he stay healthy?
sure. Well, you guys want to do a mock draft?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's get it.
All right. Well, I have quickly set up the mock draft, and we're ready to roll. So here are the rules. In our home league, me and Jay got our positions. I'm picking 11th, and Jay is picking 7th. So we've decided that I am going to draft 7th, and I'm going to draft Jay's team for him in this mock draft in the mindset of Jay. I'm not going to try to screw him over. I'm not trying to be a douche, and he's going to do the same for me, right?
Sure.
And then Adam's just here so he doesn't get fined.
That's true. I'm going to draft like I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to take the best available that comes up on the list. So hopefully,
So he's being normal.
yeah. Hopefully it kind of throws these guys off a little bit.
All right, and as always, we're using the Sleeper app for our draft. It goes by ADP, and here we go. We went Jonathan Taylor, Austin Eckler, Cooper Kupp, and Adam, you are on the clock.
I'm on the clock. According to my list, I got Christian McCaffrey. So here we go.
All right. All right. Why? Stop talking. Stop making noise. Okay, we're good now. All right.
Hey, Jay Coleman, can you make your pick, please?
All right. So we went Derrick Henry at 5, Justin Jefferson at 6. So, like, if I'm Jay, I know exactly who I'm going, and that's Dalvin Cook right there, right, Jay? How do you like your first pick?
It's a pretty good pick.
Okay. Then we went Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, and Nick Chubb. Interesting. And now
I
Jay's
hate
picking
Nick
from
Chubb
you.
there, by the way.
You picked him in the first round in our
I did, 'cause
first
I
mock
didn't-
draft.
I panicked,
But
but I hate it now.
So, Jay, you're picking from me. What am
Yep.
I thinking?
And well, I know you like to draft 47 running backs, so I'm going to go with Najee Harris.
Okay. Najee there for me. Good.
The fact that Najee Harris is in that pick is mind blowing.
I was very happy that he was there for me. And then went Kelsey and Diggs. Jay, what am I doing next, bruh?
Gotta be another running back.
Yeah. It's going to be DeAndre Swift, your fantasy crush.
That's fine by me. I like
your
my
boy.
start. I like my start. Then we went Devontae Adams, Alvin Kamara, CeeDee Lamb, and now Jay's back on the clock. Looking here at Jay. Jay has gotten his Dalvin Cook fantasy crush on his team. I'm going to go ahead and Jay usually sometimes Jay goes half and half, but we're going to go 2 running backs. I'm going to give him Aaron Jones. And now we got your 2 running backs to start. Would you have done that, Jay?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
Running backs are king.
Yep. Then we went Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, and now we're back to Adam.
Yep, and according to my list, another running back is up for grabs here. And,
Oh, man.
and here it goes.
Oh, there goes Quan.
Saquon Barkley.
So if you're thinking about it, man, Quan is going pretty early, man, mid-second round.
Considering like 2 weeks ago, he was going way later than
Yes,
this.
so he's creeping up there. Then we went Javonte Williams, Josh Allen, Keenan Allen, the Allen Bros, Fournette, Elliott, Mandrews, and now we're back to
Different
Adam.
fathers.
I would assume so. Okay, we're on the clock, Adam.
You might have to edit that out.
We're on the clock. No, that's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, I'm on the clock. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah, sticking to the plan with going the best available. We take wide receiver Mike Evans next.
You got a nice start for going best available there.
It's not bad, right? Maybe I should do that in my normal draft.
Then we went Connor,
As long as his running backs stay healthy.
Patrick Mahomes, and
Yeah,
then
I took a big risk on the running backs there.
I'm
But
drafted-
that's best available.
I'm
so.
drafting for Jay here now. He says he's not going to do this, but he's going to do this now, and he's going to be happy with it at the end because Jay's getting his man crush, Justin Herbert, right here.
You know I wouldn't do this.
I don't know. We'll see. Then we went A.J. Brown, Kyle Pitts, Deontay Johnson, and now I'm on the clock.
Oh, boy.
I think knowing me, Jay, there's an easy pick.
Yes, it's any Bengals player.
Not that I'm leading you somewhere, but I think there's an easy pick for me. That's obvious.
This could go one of two ways. I'm gonna take Pittman here.
That was that to me. That's what I would have did. That's the right pick for me. And then we went Cam Akers, and Breece Hall went. You can't screw me over now.
This is some bullshit.
So I like my start you did for me. Najee, Swift, and Pittman. I like it. So what do I got coming next?
McLaurin.
Okay. All right. Then we went Waller, Montgomery, George Kittle, and now we're back to Jay. And it worked out because Jay is going to get a guy that I know he's okay with, and that's T. Higgins here.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah. So you got your number one, your number one good receiver after you got your boy at quarterback. So you got two of your man crushes there. Then we went Ass ETN season, Jerry Jeudy. Did Jerry Jeudy go before the other dude, Sutton? I guess it looks like he did.
I believe he did in this one. Yeah.
Wow. All right. And then Adam,
It's kind
you're-
of surprising, actually.
It's you address him by his correct name, by
sorry.
the way.
I'm sorry. Big booty Jerry Jeudy. My bad.
That's better.
My bad.
Still going the best available. Here we go. Jalen Waddle.
Waddle. And then we went Metcalf, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, Antonio Gibson, Dalton Schultz, J.K. Dobbins, and Jay. Adam, you're back on the clock. Oh, look who your best available is, bud.
This is ridiculous. I quit.
This is it.
Going by the rules. Best available. Next one, Lamar Jackson.
And look who your second best available was, though.
I know. My
Oh, well.
fantasy crush, Josh
Lamar
Jacobs.
Jackson. Then we went Joey Burrow, Elijah Mitchell. Now I'm back on for Jay. And I'm going to give Jay some depth at running back here, even though he has a receiver. But I know he likes this guy. He's going to get Josh Jacobs here.
That's what I would have done.
Okay, cool. And then we got Kyler Murray, Cortland Sutton, Amari Cooper, and I'm on the clock. Jay's picking. So I'm looking at Najee Harris, DeAndre Swift, Michael Pittman, Terry McLaurin. I like my start so far.
I think you're going to like this guy. I'm going to go with Cooks.
Okay, I would have taken somebody else, but that would have been my second pick, so that's cool. But I'm on the clock again. What you got for me now? You debating another receiver? You debating give me that quarterback down there?
Yeah. Well, since you were talking about him earlier, I'm going to give you Hurts.
Okay, I'll take Hurts there. I might have won another receiver, but that's perfectly fine by me. Then we went Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Juju Smith-Schuster, Damian Harris, and I'm happy because I'm going to get Jay, the guy I knew he wanted. I was going to take from there, and he came back to him, and that's Michael Thomas. And
That's not a bad pick.
Then we went Marquise Brown and Adam Thielen.
Time for a tight end.
Now, would have taken Michael Thomas over Thielen there, Jay, by the way?
It's debatable.
Okay.
TJ Hawkinson up
going
off the board next.
Hawkinson, okay. You got yourself a solid starting lineup there. Adam, what's your starting lineup there?
There we go. So far, we got Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Lamar Jackson, TJ Hawkinson. I'm pretty happy with
that's
that.
A good one.
With the best available there. So,
well, you can't go best available now.
I sure can, and that's the rule. So, Dallas Goedert it is.
Come on.
I told you what I told you the plan. Trying to screw you guys up.
Okay.
And not that it really will because it's Dallas Goedert, but according to Sleeper app, he's next on the list.
Well, you're going to have to change your rules if it starts getting into like 3 tight ends or 3 quarterbacks. Then we went Drake London and Gabe Davis.
You don't tell me how to live my life.
And Jay's sitting on the clock here. And he is going to end up with... Oh, Jay, what am I going to do for you here? You got... Pretty set so far here. I'm going to reach a little bit for you and give you your boy Dawson Knox here. And then we went Kareem Hunt, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott, and we're back on for me right now. I don't know if you would have made that Dawson Knox play, but I'm sure you're not upset about it either.
No. I don't really know where to go here for you right now.
Discuss with Adam. Go ahead. Discuss.
Where are we? Round 7?
I don't have a tight end now, but I don't mind.
Have a tight end,
I don't
and
mind
you're not
punting.
going tight end there.
Yeah, I
No.
don't mind punting on tight end. So
Honestly, in the 7th round, let's see. He's got 3 receivers. He's got 2 running backs. My guess is that he's probably looking at a running back, but I
Yeah,
don't think
same.
he really likes any of the ones here.
don't forget,
But
I
I
got a
think
pick coming up right away too.
I think he might, and this is just me, I think he might take DeAndre Hopkins there. I would. That would be me.
That's not a bad pick.
I feel like you would go someone else on this list, but
What do you think, Jay?
I think Tony would go Hunter Renfrow here.
Whatever you want. You got
Really?
40 seconds.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it
Okay.
because you're a Raiders fan.
All right. Then we went Rodgers and Hopkins, and now I could still get that running back that Adam was thinking, right?
Yeah, I think here in the 8th round he goes James Cook. I don't think that's a reach in the 8th round for him. I also think that he's the best running back on the list.
I might have somebody higher, but I mean, I'm not upset if I get him there. It's not a bad pick.
I mean, the only one you have higher, maybe.
Pollard or Singletary.
No, I have a guy
Chase
high.
Edmonds.
There's a guy. I do have Chase high, but I do have a guy. I have Patterson kind of high on my list too.
Really?
What?
Yeah,
I like.
I'm not buying into his hype again.
It's,
I'm going Cook.
okay. I don't consider Patterson hype in the 8th round of a draft right now.
In the 8th round, yeah, sure, I guess.
So then we went Ken Walker, Cordell Patterson, Devin Singletary, and now I'm drafting for Jay. And Jay, I'm going to give you, let me look at your team. Jay's got Delvin Cook, A. Ron Jones, Justin Herbert, T. Higgins, Josh Jacobs, Michael Thomas, Dawson Knox. So we're going to look at a receiver here for you just because Thomas is always hurt. And I am going to give you... Those are big receiver runs, man. There's a lot of receivers gone.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'm going to give you... I like this guy better than the other one. I don't know where you stand, but I'm going to give you Elijah Moore here. I like him better than Devontae Smith. That was the 2 options. What would you have done, Jay?
It doesn't really matter at this point.
All right, Adam, what do you got?
Here we go. Going with the best available. Still on track. Taking Tony Pollard.
I would have probably taken... No, I wouldn't have taken Pollard over Cook, but I might have taken Chase Edmonds over Cook. That's what I would have did back there. That's all. Devontae Smith, Rashad Penny, Brandon Ayuk, Tyler Lockett, Melvin Gordon. Now you got, looks like Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazard up next. Best available.
All right. Matt Stafford, Trey Lance, and we're back to Jay here.
Here's your boy.
Jay, I'm going to get you another one of your boys here to a little more receiver help, and you're going to get Chris Olave.
Fine with that.
Okay. Pat Fryermuth, Rashard Stevenson, Mike Gesicki, and now we're back to me. By me, I mean Jay's picking for me. That was a 2. We scared Jay. He jumped a
That
little
was
bit.
well timed. We did get
That
on
was
that.
well timed.
What are you debating for me? Am I getting a tight end here yet, Jay?
No, because the only one on the board really is Cole Kmet.
Definitely not going Cole Kmet.
Definitely not.
Way.
Looking at the best available here for me, there's a lot of crap here, man.
Yeah.
What happened?
Exactly. Yeah.
What happened to all the good players?
Apparently, this draft is a lot smarter than us.
Yeah, like there's a lot of crap here right now. Now I'm not so sad with that James Cook pick because, like, looking back now, there's nobody here.
I think I know what I would do for Chaz.
Well, you got a minute here, Jay.
What are you thinking?
I think he would go Julio Jones.
He's a little low on the list, but that's okay. You go.
He is.
It's fine.
I think. In the 10th round, or in the 9th round, you take that
I think he might
chance.
go running back here still, but because
Well, I only have, 3?
yeah, and you love your running backs.
You should give him Michael Carter because he's a Jet.
I like Michael Carter. I'm not.
He's this number 1 in New York. They said that today, actually.
Michael Carter in the 9th is a better value than Brees Hall in the 3rd, so.
Yeah, where did Brees Hall go?
Yeah.
Like,
I
early
also
3rd.
could I could also
First pick
see
in
you
the 4th
taking
round, Brees
James
Hall.
Robinson too.
Robinson would be on my list. If I'm going to be honest,
What did we say about Brees Hall
Looking-
last episode? Nah,
bruh. If I'm being honest here, looking at it, those would be my two guys, Robinson and Carter, that I would be looking at.
I'm going to take Robinson.
Time's up.
I think
We got Tony, Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, Tyler Boyd, George Pickens, Julio Jones is still there. That's what Adam said. That's your
I think it would have been Jones.
I think you would have gone with Carter.
Carter. So you want to pick Carter? Okay. And then I can change that there. Okay, good. And then it went Garrett Wilson, Madison, Derek Carr, and now I'm on the board for Jay. Picking for Jay now.
Who did you say? President of the United States, Alexander
The
Madison.
President of the United States, Alexander Madison. All right, Jay, you're on the clock now, and I am looking for you. And you have gotten 3 running backs. You're definitely going to need a running back here. I'm going to go ahead and give you. Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't talking to the mic. I'm going to go ahead and give you the projected starter for Houston. How about Dameon Pierce?
Blah, but it's okay.
Then we went Robert Woods, Kadarius Toney, and we're back to Adam.
Best available, Sky Moore.
Okay. And then we went Cole Kmet, Albert Okwuegbunam, the Rams, Kirk Cousins, Tyler Boyd. Back to you, Adam.
Back to me. Best available. Looking into the kickers, Justin Tucker.
All right.
Here it goes.
Did you okay? And then it went Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Bills defense. Jay is back on the clock here for me to pick for him. Jay has gotten a bit of everything here. I'm going to go ahead and bolster up his running back still, though, and I'm going to give him Nyheim Hines here. And I think that's a good pick there for you to give you some running back depth there. And then I went Evan McPherson, Harrison Butker, Daniel Carlson, and now I'm back on the clock for Jay to pick for. I'm still dragging tight end here, aren't I?
Yeah.
So it's the 11th round. You going to pull the trigger for me there?
Yeah. I don't really like any of these tight ends, but there's not a lot to choose from.
It's my last second tight end there that I always pick.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's an easy dart throw for me.
I'm
Unless you want to hopefully
going to go with Henry.
Okay, Hunter Henry. Yeah, that's always my last second pick there. And then I'm back on the clock again. So what you got for me now, Jay?
You need some wide receivers. So I'm going to give you finally, you're going to get Julio.
3 rounds later, though, that I got Julio there.
That's not bad.
Right?
That's absolutely much better than before, but
We went on a big defensive run. The Niners, the Chargers, the Saints. Jay's back on here. I'm going to go ahead and give Jay... I know I just kind of went running back heavy, but I'm still going to give him one more here. Darrell Henderson. You're going to get Darrell Henderson here. Then we went Tyler Bass, Matt Prater. Back to you, Adam.
all right, here we go. You know the rules. Russell Gage.
All right. Isaiah Spiller, Dallas Cowboys, Christian Watson, Jarvis Landry, Tua Tagovailoa, Rashad White, and now Adam's back on the clock again.
Yep.
Mind
sure
you,
am.
you only got 4 picks.
Yep. It's giving me the best available based on what my team has, and MVS it is. Even though I have Sky Moore.
It's not based on what your team has. It's just best available in general.
It is, but it
I'm
also...
just saying, don't forget
eventually
your defense.
it'll give me a defense eventually, so
All right.
I'm not worried about it. And if it doesn't, I'll just pick it on my last
Yeah.
pick.
All right. So you got the MVS Sky Moore. We went Randall Moore, Tyler Higbee, and now I'm back on for Jay here. I'm going to shore up Jay's backup quarterback position here, and he's going to love this pick here. Now, I might pick somebody else, but I'm just going to be a douchebag and pick this for Jay just for fun. And I went to Sean Watson. That's your backup. Then we got Ronald Jones, Justin Fields, Michael Gallup. Now, who you got for me, Jay?
I'm going to shore up your backup QB or maybe your starter, depending.
Don't do who I'm thinking. Don't do it.
Mac and cheese?
That's what I'm thinking. Don't do it.
Matt Ryan.
Okay, that's fine. Tyler Algier, Jameson Williams, and then actually here, Jay. I'll change your pick for you because I was goofing around, but I could do that. Your new backup quarterback is.
I would have went Kirk Cousins there. Oh, he's already gone. Never mind. Scratch that.
There. You happier now, Jay? Do you see it?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, he's got Trubisky now. All right, so you're back on for me now.
All right.
So you've got this is my basically last pick because I got kicker and defense. You still need for me, or you can get me a kicker defense. I mean, those are your options.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want.
You
okay.
can. No, you have to pick a kicker defense though. So
Hey, this is your show. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's not much out there.
this one was harder.
It's pretty garbage. So, yeah, you're getting Steelers defense.
Okay, I like the D.
That's not bad, actually.
I like the D.
I can't even believe they're not ranked higher
We got
for some reason.
Devontae Parker, Irv Smith, Kenny Gainwell, who would have been a sleeper pick of mine.
Definitely a sleeper.
Jay,
Miles Sanders hurt again.
I'm going to
Another
give you
hamstring injury.
defense here of, how about New England? New England's defense. We got Brian Robinson, David, and Njoku, and Adam.
Here we go. There's my defense. Packers.
Okay, Green Bay Packers. Colts, McManus, Trevor Lawrence, Young Hoku, Marlon Mack, Nick Folk.
Well, this just a predicament.
Two.
You know the rules. Broncos defense.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I mean, you got your kicker in defense, so you're good. J.D. McKissick, Isaiah Pacheco. Jay here, I'm going to give you a player that I know that you don't like too much. No, that's not true. You know what? I'm going to give you a little Bears love. You got Khalil Herbert here. Jacoby Myers, Kenny Galladay,
The Bears.
Deshaun Watson. Jay, I can either get a kicker or another position player here.
Going to give you some depth at wide receiver, so you're getting Dotson.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Mark Ingram, Noah Fant, last round of the draft. I need my kicker. Who do you got for me, Jay? The goggles.
So you're getting goggles.
Goggles is coming over. Then we got Jamal Williams, Jalen Tolbert, G.J. Chark. You're going a former Bear, Jay, and you're getting Ruby Gould. Then Gerald Everett, Chuba Hubbard. And what you got, Adam? Who's
My
your last
backup
pick?
quarterback. Last pick of the draft here, Jameis Winston.
Famous Jameis.
I don't hate it, though.
Mac Jones, Raheem Mostert, and Robert Tonyan to end the draft. So, Adam, Mr. Pick 4th overall, best player available. What you got?
We're looking at Christian McCaffrey, Saquon Barkley, Mike Evans, Jalen Waddle, Lamar Jackson, TJ Hawkinson, Dallas Goedert, Tony Pollard, Alan Lazard, Sky Moore, Justin Tucker, Russell Gage, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Packers defense, Broncos defense, Jameis Winston. Not bad.
Not bad,
actually.
Jay.
You know,
Not bad.
For being
what do you think,
best
Jay?
available. We'll take it.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I thought it came out good. So I was picking 7, and I was in the mindset of Jay. I think Jay likes this team. He's got Justin Herbert, Dalvin Cook, Aaron Jones, T. Higgins, Michael Thomas, Dawson Knox, Josh Jacobs, Robbie Gould, the Patriots defense, Elijah Moore, Chris Olave, Damian Pierce, Naheem Hines, Darrell Henderson, Mitch Trubisky, and Khalil Herbert. I think Jay likes this
It's
team.
not bad.
And
What's funny is we both know that we like running backs, and it took us forever to get those running backs, but
well, value was falling there, too.
fast.
So what did I get for you drafting for me?
Starting
11?
lineup: Hurts, Harris, Swift, your Manatee crush; Pittman, your other Manatee crush; McLaurin, Hunter Henry, Brandon Cooks, Goggles, Steelers defense, and then your bench: Renfro, Cook, Robinson, Carter, Julio, Matt Ryan, and Dotson.
Love it. Love it. I would like that team. I might have waited on Jalen Hurts there and picked somebody else, but you know me. I might have took a running back there and gambled to get Lance later or something. But I'm happy with it. So all in all, that was a fun little one. We have our fantasy draft for our home league coming up this Sunday. That's why we were doing this. Jay's drafting 7th. I'm drafting 11th. And it's going to be a fun time. And the whole crew, we've had this league going forever with like the same squad. So it's really fun. So
It's always nice when you have the same people come back year after year.
they'll all pay. Everybody will pay.
They better pay.
They mostly pay. Like they'll mostly pay everything.
Or Adam's gonna be breaking some legs.
Yeah. Adam's going to come be Vanna White, run our draft board.
I got a dress for it, too.
Da, 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 da. Well, I need to pick a song of the week, and I will. So since I'm coming off of the high from the Def Leppard concert, Def Leppard's lead guitar, or one of the lead guitar players, is Vivian Campbell. Vivian Campbell was made famous from one of my favorite bands, Dio, Ronnie James Dio's band, and then he just recently, in the past 5 years, started a new band called Last in Line. And this is one of their songs called Star Maker. And it's a really cool song, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But, Adam, thank you for coming on the podcast again.
Yeah, I appreciate you having me, man. Always a pleasure.
And, Jay, as always, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Coming up, we've got our draft coming up. Next week is the last pod before the season, I think.
I believe you're right.
Yeah, so we'll figure something out. Maybe just a draft review, preview kind of thing, because we're in between our two drafts at that point. But we'll definitely review our draft and talk about it. And maybe Adam will give us a grade on our drafts between the two, see who he thinks won the draft.
I like that idea.
All right, well, guys, thank you for listening to the Fantasy Football Bros podcast. It's your boy, Chaz, and we will see you next week. Peace.
Later, guys.
Later.